Hey folks, good afternoon. It is 6 p.m. month of August. Here I am on the beach in Rovanjska. This video is not about this beach. It is about the yesterday's beach that me and my wife went to, and I read somewhere that those videos were authors or creators where they talk to the camera, that those videos relate more to the viewers. So to that end, here we go. It's not that this particular beach is not worth your attention. Cute, cozy beach that I definitely recommend. It is the first beach that you'll encounter when you drive the state motorway from Zagreb to the coast. I made a video about this beach maybe a year or 2 years ago, and you can find it among my videos. Let me see what is here. Some sort of a pond. Is it fresh or salt water? The question remains. So this is a sort of an introduction to my video. I'd love to communicate to you some of my thoughts about some issues. I can supply to you only a limited amount of information. They say the picture is worth more than 1,000 words. And yeah, definitely the photography, film, transfer more information, more than written text in the newspapers. But my videos also have that artistic format to them. And you know, art is about causing or starting some sort of emotion within the viewer. I mean, that's something that is independent of you, the viewer. You cannot influence that. But there are also things that are dependent on you, the viewer. I mean, you can see what's around me, but still you cannot feel the wind, you cannot feel the temperature. So there are those gaps, you know, and combined with my words that may or may not be kind of a suggesting in a way, you, the viewer, then build some picture and some view about this place, for example. And I just want to warn you that it might be totally different from what you would experience if you would come here in person. So those gaps are always filled with your personal imagination. I guess that's my message in this introduction. Hello. Simply, the things are not as beautiful sometimes as they might be perceived as such, and the other way around, you know. So it's up to you to kind of keep yourself in check and not get carried away. Okay. Anyways, what a beautiful day. I don't know how successful I have been in my attempt to express my thoughts. You know, I'm not the most eloquent guy out there. Definitely not. I stumble and bumble. Hopefully you'll like this video, and what can I say? Stay tuned. Okay guys, let's move on to the main topic in this video, starting now. Hey folks, that bridge connects the island of Pag over there with the mainland over here. Me and Mrs. Shu, we had decided to drive across that bridge in pursuit of one specific beach there, one of the many on the island of Pag. The barren surface of the land around here is due to the powerful northern wind that blows from the mountain top down onto the coast and further on over the Adriatic Sea, mostly during the winter. The wind picks up the seawater droplets in the process and sprays them over the land. The soil gets contaminated with salt, which acts as an effective herbicide.
Unser Wetterreporter ist nach Kroatien gereist, um eines der stärksten regionalen Windphänomene der Welt zu dokumentieren. Durch starke Luftdruckunterschiede, die sich in den nächsten Stunden dort ausbilden, setzt an der dalmatinischen Küste ab der Nacht ein extremer Fallwind ein, die Bora.
That fierce wind is called Bora or Bura in Croatian language. And many of our foreign visitors and regular summertime beachgoers are completely unaware of this unique weather phenomenon that occurs here while they are away. Bah. Bah. Stopping here to film that lake in the distance. Quite a contrasting feature in this dry and rocky terrain. The blue dot represents the location of my iPhone. Seems that we are on the right way to our destination today. The beach named Dubrovnik in the seaside village/village resort by the name of Povljana. The letter J in Croatian language is equal to the letter Y in English language. And when it's added after the letter L or N, then it's pronounced as Lj and Nj. Povljana, Rovanjska. It's strange, right? Should be changed. Definitely. And since we didn't have a parasol with us, we had calculated in advance that the shade would move together with the sun. And while Mrs. Shu was having her snorkeling session, I was kind of guarding over our belongings. I don't know if my concerns are justified, but the common sense caution is always advised. After all, the beach was packed with complete strangers. You never know. Never exposed to risk more than you can afford to lose. I purchased my slippers for 30 kuna. Just kidding you. This beach had everything that it needed, both onshore and offshore. They charge money for all of these services, but hey, you are on a vacation and now is not a time to be a miser. Play around with your children on an inflated whatever, or pay for a massage to your wife. And now I'm gonna take a walk as far away as my feet would be able to sustain. You like my mustache? Neither do I. It's just a temporary camouflage. A sort of a disguise. I was eyeing those waterfront real estate. This one is for sale. Not that I want to purchase. No way, I am broke. I cannot purchase even a bicycle. Undeniably, they are stunningly beautiful. Look at that. Look at that tree. Very exotic. And rest assured that the interior matches the exterior in class. Anyways, moving on farther. Check this out. Construction land for sale. First road to the sea. That construction up on the hill looks kind of mysterious and spooky. Limited time prevented me from going there and closely exploring it, as well as the farmland that you can see in the distance. Interesting topography that. A stripe of green fields wedged in between the two barren slopes on both sides. It's an oasis, almost perfect rectangle shape. On both ends of it, an exit to the sea. Oof, that's very peculiar. Walking back, using my wife's pink-colored umbrella as a parasol in these circumstances. Overwhelmed by the sudden rush of jolliness, I started to run, partly because I wanted to dissipate that positive energy inflow. The other part probably because I had thoughts of my wife being angry at me because of my prolonged absence. Here I was back. Thankfully, I'm not gonna say surprisingly, my wife was completely calm and I was resting and watching that girl. She had been trying for a long time to summon up her courage and dive into the water from that height. I remembered myself in my childhood when we also had such endeavors, but we used to jump from a cliff down into the sand. There she goes. Bravo. And while my wife was preparing for her next snorkeling session, she was rubbing so much of the sunscreen onto herself that I was kind of concerned about the marine ecosystem around here. Gee, an oil spill is a little baby compared to this.
Much deeper.
Yeah.
And I tried to swim. I couldn't because of wind.
Yeah. The water was luring us to dive back in again, but it was at dinner time. We had to go. And dinner successfully finished, I felt a strong need for a siesta in the shade, but time limitations did not allow for that. We had to leave.
Yeah.